Testing. Testing.
I'm not recording.
I'll make sure if I lean back, you can still have me in the frame.
I'm gonna do that the whole time. Yes. Microtransactions are bad.
Microtransactions, they suck! Podcast.
Halo Reach. What?
Alright, well, we've started the show. Everybody, welcome to the podcast. This is, I'm Kevin. This is Jesse Jones. I'm Kevin Jones. And this is our good friend, Will Manning.
Yeah,
who's joining us today on the podcast. Today we're going to be talking about microtransactions in video games. And if that is a good thing or if it's a bad thing, if it's impacting video games in a way that nobody wants them to impact them.
Well, I would definitely say that it's, we're talking about console games specifically, not on your mobile device.
Yes, exactly. And you know how mobile games popularized the microtransactions thing, and it makes sense for mobile games to have microtransactions because a lot of them are free. So if you're playing something for free, it makes sense for the microtransactions. They got to make their money somehow, and that's mostly through microtransactions. But as far as like AAA video games, like Modern Warfare and stuff like that, should you have to like pay $60 for this video game, and then when you get the game, once you start playing either multiplayer, have to actually pay more for more content? And we're not talking about DLC content here. We're talking about like extra guns and stuff like that.
Sorry, I got distracted because Lil decided to clean our desk.
Yeah.
No, but
weird.
I was gonna say that as far as video games are concerned on consoles or PC, it's an added measure that doesn't need to be there because it makes sense in the sense like on your mobile device that you do this. That's how they make money mostly. Yeah. A lot of these games you can get for free. You don't even have to purchase. So that's how the developer makes money, which makes sense.
Yeah.
But when you purchase a game for a console, you're already spending a huge amount of money for each particular game, especially if it's a really large title.
Yeah, and when you add in like a season pass or pre-orders or day one DLCs, some games can get up to like $100 just paying for that one game.
Like the base game of like Deus Ex Mankind Divided is $59.99, and then you add in the DLC,
right?
And then it's suddenly like $100.
Yeah.
Actually, I think there were two different versions of their DLC. One where it was like $84, and then another where it was $100.
And does Mankind Divided have microtransactions in the game?
I
you haven't gotten to it yet.
No.
Well, like I know Assassin's Creed Unity has microtransactions in the game, and I'm kind of like okay with the type of microtransactions that are in Unity, but it still kind of bothers me. Like when I go to the shops in that game, and I can get all this stuff, just playing the game regularly, but as far as them throwing the option at me while I'm playing, I feel like I'm at an actual store, like a real life store, where I can buy stuff with real money. And it's just constantly reminding me that I'm playing a product. It's immersive breaking. It takes me out of the world when I have the in-world currency that I've collected. I've spent all this time collecting, and then it says, well, you can just use your real money to buy this stuff too. You don't have to use the in-world currency, and that kind of pisses me off. It's like taking me out of the video game world.
Right. No, I do think, like, especially in Assassin's Creed Unity does this in particular. Everything you do, there's a notification for it, which is very annoying anyways, because it is immersive.
Assassin's Creed done that for a while, too.
Well, yeah. But
like it really bothered me when Black Flag kind of started that. As soon as the menu screen would come up, they'd have the Uplay. You can go to the club, you can do this, you can do that, and I was like, man,
Ubisoft does that across all their titles.
Yeah, but I mean, but they didn't do that like with the early Assassin's Creed games. You know, they would just have.
No, but
the
I don't
menu.
think they had launched that platform yet.
No, they had.
They have
the
what is it,
Uplay.
the Uplay
yeah.
platform, and then they have like EA Access and stuff like that.
Well, does EA? EA
I
doesn't have
I
anything to do
play
with
any-
Mass Effect. I mean, Mass Effect, Assassin's Creed. They don't.
No,
EA
I don't. I
is-
don't know. I don't play enough sports games to know if there's microtransactions.
Well, EA
in
is
sports.
for Battlefront too, and EA does Battlefield, Electronic Arts for the layman. That's what EA stands for.
Are they owned by Ubisoft?
I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know. They just it
They
strikes,
all own
it
each
strikes
other.
me.
Yeah, yeah.
It strikes the two, like EA, whatever their thing is, and Uplay just strike me as like very similar.
Yeah, it is very. They all want you to be a part of their club. It's like when you go to Kohl's and they go, "You want a Kohl's gift card or your Kohl's credit card?" When you're at the cash register and just trying to buy your stuff, so you can go. It's like, this is what I want, and I want to just take this out of the store. And then before you leave, they have to go. You know, you want to sign up to be in our club? And you're like, no.
Yeah, they don't ask me that. I don't think they want me.
Wait, are we still talking about microtransactions?
Yeah.
We'll get there.
Well, I don't know. We were, we kind of got off topic there.
Well, we're just
But-
talking about in the same vein. That this is all. It's almost like video games are doing this kind of same thing nowadays with the microtransactions. These Uplay clubs. All this stuff you can. And it's not. It doesn't feel like it's about the video game anymore. The
See,
story.
I
or
play a
anything
lot
like
of
that.
like single player games, so like microtransactions don't normally come into like single player games, and it is much more immersive when you don't have to think about like, oh well, I'm gonna go to the in-game store and spend like, oh hold on, let me
pull
attach
out
my
my
credit
credit
card.
card. Let me pull out my real plastic.
Like, I mean, obviously, would probably use whatever Xbox has on file, but I'd still, like, consciously be like, oh, I'm spending actual currency.
Yeah. Well,
So-
it does stop you from playing the game and start thinking about an actual financial decision while you're playing a video game, and it's kind of
Well,
that's what I hate about it.
one of the funny things, I guess it's kind of hypocritical, because Rock Band is, like, the ultimate microtransaction.
Yeah, that is true.
But I don't
Like,
mind it in Rock
Yeah,
Band.
well, because you have so many songs, and Rock Band is such a focused game. All you're doing is playing songs, and they give you a bunch of songs to begin with.
They
and then
start you out
can-
with, like, 60, and it is true, like, when you start Rock Band, like, you're gonna have a set amount of songs, but they don't, like, spring it on you later. They're
Yeah.
like, oh, well, if you want this song, I know you didn't know this, like, you already knew going into playing Rock
Well,
Band after the first
here's
game.
the difference. They're not marketing in a way of saying, "Oh, if you buy this song, we'll give you
It's completely
30
different. It
extra
doesn't-
fans
Yes,
for your
exactly.
band."
Yeah. The
So
songs that you're purchasing on Rock Band,
you do it because you want it.
Yeah. And it's better than it's almost better than buying a full DLC. You know, how, like they used to have those DLC packs
Right.
where they have
So
like
you can pick
15
and
new
choose.
songs. Yeah. But with the microtransactions in Rock Band, you can pick the songs like for like what is it, like 99 cents or $1.99 for a new
I
song.
think it's $1.99 depending on
Yeah, but
the
you
song.
can
And
you
they
can
have,
pick
like,
and
3
choose.
packs.
Yeah, you can pick and choose which song you want to get with the Rock Band or 3 packs. What is that?
They have like 3 packs for
Oh, okay.
like a particular artist or
Oh,
genre.
alright.
But the main
But it's more-
line though
yeah,
is
it's
that
more
it's not
focused.
trying to give you a competitive edge.
Yeah,
It's
and it doesn't
just
do that.
something to enhance your gameplay.
See, I've never played a game with microtransactions where it does give you a competitive edge, other than like maybe
Well,
on a mobile platform.
Well, yeah,
I'm not talking about
but
this.
because there hasn't been any like until now, until what's going on with Battlefront 2 and Shadow of War. These two new games coming out this year. The microtransactions for Battlefront 2. From what everybody has said through the beta and everything, that the microtransactions do give you a competitive edge against the people you're playing against, and everybody hates that, and I get it. I get why they hate it.
There's enough
I mean-
trolls. You don't need that.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Like,
you
there
don't
are
even
enough-
have to go very far.
You got to
Jerks
spend money
out there
to get
anyways.
trolls. That's what it is.
You don't
I
even
guess
have to
so.
look very far to see how it could negatively affect other players. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
you've got people on YouTube who make thousands of dollars a year just playing video games and putting them online.
Right.
They would be able to afford those microtransactions. They could probably go through the list and just go buy.
Yeah. That's almost like
You know,
one of the
somebody who
reasons-
saves up like for an entire month just to buy. buy a
Yeah,
$60 game.
yeah.
They're not gonna have that kind of money being like, oh, $5 to get these 5 rare abilities or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
But
see, the thing opens up a huge gap.
The thing about Battlefront is, yeah, you pay that money, but it doesn't tell you what you're gonna get.
Right, it's random.
Yeah, it's random loot box kind of stuff. So you're just paying money for a loot box. You're paying money pretty much for the chance to get something that you might need. You know,
well,
and
see,
that's
I don't know enough about that. Like, I don't know if they have like tiers. Like on Rise of the Tomb Raider, which I don't know if you guys have played that, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I don't know if they had it. Do you guys have it for the Xbox One?
No.
Okay. I don't know if you guys have it on the Xbox 360. If you have like the card packs. I don't know if they added that feature for the 360.
They might. I don't know. I don't think
on
so.
mine, like you can, like doing certain stuff in the world will earn you points that you can get like packs for like multiplayer.
Right.
Like you can get like the big heads and, and other things, but you also can get like survival abilities.
Okay.
And you can spend either the in-game currency, I think, if I'm remembering correctly, on those things. But they do have like different tiers. It's like gold pack, which guarantees like one rare ability. I'm sure Battlefront, they'll have their highest. They'll have tiers for that.
Can you purchase them as well?
You can real money. You can purchase them.
Wow. Okay. See, I didn't know that.
Well, I think when you add in real money to purchase things like that,
if I'm remembering correctly, because I don't do multiplayer because I hate playing online.
Well. But when you add in real money to help your play the game better, it takes away, I think, the level playing field that everybody should be on.
Right, which I feel like it's, it mirrors real life. If you have money, you can get on top.
Yeah.
If you don't have money, well, you're screwed.
Yeah. But I mean, video games, aren't supposed to mirror real life.
Well, no,
because they're fantasy. Yeah, they're supposed to be like arcade where you
play online.
Yeah. I like playing online competitive shooters because those are really fun. But if I'm playing against somebody who's, pushed their entire paycheck into, upping their character, I don't want to play against that guy because I don't have that kind of I don't have the money to throw in. And besides, if it's a game that I've already paid $60 for, I've already made the financial decision to buy the game to play. I can't, I'm not going to constantly make financial decisions to get a certain weapon or to get a certain ability or to do something like that. I would just want those to already be in the game that I can unlock legitimately, like through experience
in-game
points.
Currency,
in-game currency or experience and stuff like that.
Plus, I don't know much about microtransactions in console gaming, but like when I'm playing like Trivia Crack or what's that other one?
Jackbox?
Jackbox.
No, there's no microtransactions in Jackbox. It's another mobile game. It's Candy
Crush?
Right. I feel like microtransactions are designed to mislead you into spending more than you think you are because it's only like, oh, it's only $1 here, and then you run through them so like extra lives, like so.
One of the things about microtransactions that I've heard, and this is actually like something that's across the board.
I love the South Park episode.
I have to watch that one. I haven't seen the South Park episode.
You didn't see it where he was like playing a console, or he was playing a mobile game, and his parents came in, and he was like, "You maxed out our credit card."
I haven't seen that.
We'll have to watch it later.
But one of the things is, how they have that in-game currency in mobile games, and now they're having it in AAA games. This is the big issue that it all started in mobile games, but it's moving.
You're covering me up. Thank you.
But it's moving into AAA video games. But one of the things is they have that in-game currency, so that in a lot of these packs that you can buy with your own money is like a large amount of the in-game currency. So say like you spend $19.99 on like $5,000.
Right, you're spending real money on fake currency.
But like one of the things that they do is they make sure that once you buy that in-game currency, once you spend all of it, you always will have a little bit left over. Not enough to buy something in the game, but enough to be close to buying something in the game, so you always have to go back for a little bit more.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's almost a ploy. I mean, that's like why they have almost like in-game currency. Like if you spend like if you start a game with 0 in-game currency.
Well, because like the credits, they always sell it to you in a nice even number, like
exactly.
$5,000.
But they'll sell it to you for like a certain amount.
$43.50.
Yeah,
right,
yeah.
But everything you buy in game is like ends in like 98.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So you always have like
so you have a
2
couple
of
cents.
one.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's
then you're like,
that's a
So
trick.
then you're like,
yeah.
oh, I wasted that 2 cents.
Yeah, yeah.
Actually, the penny is like
So you'll always end up having just a little bit left over,
Right.
but not enough to get anything. So you have to go get some more if you want some.
Or you basically just giving the money away.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
I mean, they've still got the total amount that you spend on it,
Mhm.
regardless of whether you spend it or not in game.
Oh, as soon as you buy that, they got your money again. Well, when you're talking about
I
console
wonder if they're
games.
going to start doing this with board games.
See,
Like
Yeah.
Monopoly, you know, like you can just pay for to have like Monopoly
Yeah.
money, or just buy, you know, like, oh well, I'm gonna buy this property
Mhm.
with real money, so screw your Monopoly money.
Yeah, yeah, that would be an interesting thing to do.
They probably do have
I
it
kinda
in
don't
the
like-
digital version.
Yeah.
Of the
Oh,
games.
yeah.
I bet
Well,
they do.
they even on
I
the
don't know
board
for
game
sure,
version, they have like instead of like handling cash, you now have like a credit card to keep track of all the
Mhm.
in-game money.
plastic, yeah.
Yeah,
And I'm like-
soon they'll have the digital.
I'm like, you don't
readouts
even
for
know how to count anymore. You don't
Yeah.
even have to. You don't have
Right.
to count 100s or 20s or 50s. You can just swipe your card.
Oh man, they'll probably all like hook that stuff up to your phone, so you can be playing with each other on your phone. But then when you want to buy some property, you have to enter your credit card number on your phone.
Yeah, probably.
I'd only
See-
do that if I really got a Park Avenue.
If I really want to win, that's
Right.
what I'll do.
If only you could save up in-game currency and then pay you cash for it.
But me and Jesse were talking the other night about like, what if books did this? You know, like what if you were reading a book and a book that you paid like $15-$20 for? That's usually what books go for, right?
I mean,
Well,
they
it
do
depends.
that. It's
yeah,
called
it's
a
like a
sequel.
hardback.
Yeah. But what if you're reading a book or say you're reading like an ebook, like on Kindle or Nook or something, and you've already paid for the book, so you're flipping through the pages, but there's a certain like interesting character in the book or something you want to know more about, but the book that you bought won't cover it, so they'll have like a little pop-up option on your
Like,
tab
oh,
book.
buy so-and-so's origin story.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Welcome to comic books.
Uh-huh.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, and you should be sitting there reading, and this little boop thing will pop up. Oh, you want to know more about this character? $2.99.
That's
You're
like exactly
fuck
like
you.
that's exactly like comics.
Yeah. But I would be pissed off. Not only will it be asking me for more money that I've already spent, it would take me right out, because if I'm reading something or if I'm playing a game, something like that, and I'm so into the zone, and then something pops up that goes, give us more money to do more things, and I'm like, oh man, fuck you. I'm so in this game right now that you're gonna ask me to spend more money. I've already bought the game. Stop doing that.
Right. I mean, it's different in the sense, it's different than DLCs, in which case you buy like another
Yeah.
area
Yeah. DLCs
or to
are a little. Yeah.
explore, something like
DLCs
that.
are a little bit different, but
They
they're still
can
kind
get-
of in like the same.
Yeah, they can get a little shady sometimes.
Yeah,
I mean,
sometimes.
because there was one, I can't remember.
I feel like a lot of DLC content that you pay for should have just been included in the original game.
Definitely. There was one DLC, I can't remember what game it was for, but you would play the whole game, and this was a Capcom video game, so they got a lot of flack for it. I can't remember what the name was, but you play the whole game.
Was it like a fighter?
Yeah, it was something like that. It wasn't exactly a fighter, but it was like a beat 'em up, like kind of like a Devil May Cry or something like that. And you play the whole game, and the ending, like the true ending, was a DLC.
Okay, well that's messed up.
Yeah.
That shouldn't happen.
Yeah.
With Resident Evil, like the first 4 games. Well, actually, I don't know if the original had mercenaries. Didn't they start out with number 3?
Mercenaries?
Yeah. Or was it 4?
No, they started that with, I think, Resident Evil 5.
No, because when you beat Resident Evil 4, you have mercenaries and then you have Ada's campaign.
I don't know.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't know.
No, you're right.
Yeah.
Resident Evil 4. But I don't think it was in well, I didn't really play much of Resident Evil 3. So I wouldn't know.
I can't remember if Resident Evil 3 has that, which I just beat it, so I just
I didn't play any of
But-
it. Resident Evil 3 is Nemesis.
Right.
Yeah, I never played any of that. I played part 1 and part 2.
I'm just gonna look at you like you're dumb. But it's that type of thing that, like, you pay for the game, you beat it, you're rewarded
Mm-hmm.
for really, I mean, just buying the game. I mean, if you buy a game, they assume that you're going to complete it.
Yeah.
Right.
So they have like a little extra
Yeah.
stuff for you to do. And now you don't get any of that. You beat the game and they're like, oh, well, check out this other stuff that you can pay for.
Well, yeah, it's almost like buying the game isn't enough anymore. It's like you bought the
Right.
game, now you have the experience of paying more for all the other stuff that's in the game. You know, and I heard even Assassin's Creed Origins is getting a little
I'm
bit,
sure it's
is
gonna
dabbing
do
in
that.
a little bit to this.
I haven't played an Assassin's Creed game since Assassin's Creed 2.
Assassin's Creed Unity is actually very good. It's a very good game. I enjoyed the hell out of
I
it.
didn't have a console for a while there, though, so
Yeah,
that's probably why.
but I mean, I really enjoyed Assassin's Creed Unity. I have not finished with the game, but I'm like over like 60% through it. So, you
You're
know.
one of those 100% completionists.
No.
No, it's just that modern games tell you how far you've gotten.
Yeah.
It's not like old games where it was like, oh my god, when is this game gonna end?
I miss those old games.
I felt that way when I was playing Resident Evil.
Or the
3.
ones you
I was
couldn't
like,
save.
Oh my god, how much longer? How much longer? Like, I
Yeah, you keep thinking you're at the end, but you have another like hour and a half to 2 hours.
Especially the
to
ones
get-
you can't
Well,
save.
Resident Evil 3, you can tell by how many maps you've completed or how many maps you
Right.
have because it has question marks for the ones you don't have. So I was like, oh, and they get
Or Super Mario
progressively
World.
They get progressively smaller.
You know, because the top map. You know,
Yeah.
You know where
right?
you go.
Well, I think everybody just understands that you have 8 worlds.
Mm-hmm. Oh, in Super Mario?
Yeah, we just,
And all
I
the
mean,
Marios, I'm
everybody
pretty
just kind
sure.
of knows that now. But
What? I never knew that.
back to the point.
There are only 8 worlds in Mario.
And I can tell you
What
that I
are
never
some-
completed all
back
of
to
it.
the
I just used
point.
the fucking whistle.
Back to the point. What are some, that's a cheat, by the way.
It's built into the game. It doesn't count as a cheat.
It's
Not
You
like
don't have to pay for
It's
it.
not like
I never
up,
used
down,
But-
left, right, BA, start. It doesn't-
Okay, alright, well, yeah. But, back to the point, what are some recent titles that have these microtransactions?
Well, the reason, you know, Will's saying it hasn't encountered so much of a
I'm a single player.
well, yeah, because
100%.
you're a single player, and yeah, they have been dabbling
Also
in the multiplayer world for the past couple of years now, in Call of Duty mainly with the loot boxes, and Overwatch. You've heard of that game, right? Yeah, Overwatch has loot boxes, and they've been a lot of loot boxes where you pretty much you can get the in-game currency to purchase a loot box, and then it'll give you a bunch of random stuff, or you can pay for a loot box, which will give you a bunch of random stuff. So if you have like maybe I guess like $60 to just spare, you know, $60 to throw in, you can get probably about like 30 or 40 loot boxes over and over. I don't really know because I don't know how much loot boxes are in Overwatch or anything like that because I never played it, but it's still probably more than the average player who's not spending money can get, even if they're saving up their in-game currency or their experience points from playing and playing and playing and playing and playing. Somebody who just has a big wallet can get all the stuff that they have spent hours getting, and that is just wrong.
Well, it's
Well, it would
kinda-
depend on the type of content that the microtransactions provide. I mean, if it's like cosmetic or purely
That
like
is true.
just for fun, like it's
Yeah.
not. It doesn't have anything to do with your combat capabilities or you know the type of weapons that you have, your armor
no harm,
or
no
whatever.
foul.
Yeah.
It's like, oh well, now my armor's blue or whatever.
Right.
Like, I mean, if you want to spend your money on that,
That's
you know,
your
I'm gonna
choice.
Yeah.
question your intelligence, but I'm not gonna say that like you shouldn't.
Oh, right.
But it's still taking you out of the environment of the video game and putting you in the real world where you shouldn't be, in my opinion, while you're playing a video game.
Well, what I was going to say is it's really odd, actually, to me, too, that obviously that you're paying money for these, like, perks, basically,
Yeah.
to use in this game. And the people who are probably going to buy these are people who have money to waste, like you said. But I don't know a lot of people who have a lot of money that actually sit down and can complete or finish or play for a long time period a video game. Because they're too busy in their own lives with work and stuff.
Well, one of the biggest arguments,
work and crying themselves to sleep.
one of the biggest arguments for microtransactions is that, you know, if you don't have a lot of time to devote to the video game, you can just pay your way to advance further in it. And to me, that's
stupid.
Yeah, to me, that's to me that argument doesn't hold a lot of
prefer
water.
to like grind it out to get the points versus having to pay for
You
it.
don't get that
I mean,
sense
you have
of accomplishment.
Yeah,
right. Like, I don't know if you guys would consider this like a form of microtransactions. It's kind of like a little bit apart, but you know, I've been playing Breath of the Wild, and they have things that are exclusive to amiibos. Like, I want the Majora's.
Yeah, what is that? That sounds like
an amiibo.
I keep thinking he's saying amoebas.
Yeah, what's amoebas?
Yeah, you always think I'm saying amoebas.
Okay.
Because
it's a little tiny device that you can sit next to the home button on the Switch or a Wii U or
how you spell it?
AMIBOO, I think.
Amiibos.
Oh, no, AMIIBO.
Amiibo.
Okay. Amiibos.
Amiibos.
And they're like these little tiny figurines that you can set on the Nintendo.
Oh, okay.
And
let's look at
it'll provide you like an in-game content like Smash Brothers.
Okay.
Like there's a lot.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, I clicked on Walmart. My bad.
What? Alright, well,
there you go.
I remember
Okay, like a
on the
little-
GameCube when it first came out.
on there.
So this is kind of a thing in Nintendo's.
Yeah, it's like exclusively for Nintendo. I mean, there's a
God damn, yeah, look at all that.
Alright, so now that we know what an amiibo is,
but anyway, it's like there's the Majora's Mask Link amiibo, which if you set it on the home button, you have the availability for it to drop like chests.
right?
And the 4 things that you want are the Fierce Deity costume from Majora's Mask and the sword that goes with it. Well, it's like $12 at Best Buy, which they're sold out currently. Otherwise, I would have already spent money on it. But
You microtransaction whore.
yeah.
We're talking against it right here, right now.
No,
We're not really talking
Well-
we're just
about
discussing
certain
it.
kinds
Yeah.
of microtransactions.
Yeah. I mean, there are certain kinds. Like, I wouldn't really consider amiibos to be a harsh
I don't
microtransaction.
In my opinion, I don't consider them like a through and through microtransaction.
To me,
because
that's just
they
a different
are-
kind of video game or something.
Well, plus each amiibo can. Well, I don't know about all of them because I don't have any right now, but certain of ones that are used for like Super Smash Brothers, you can use for other games.
Yeah.
And it might provide different content, obviously, depending on the game.
To me, that sounds like a To me,
But
that doesn't
like
sound
a microtransaction, a lot of the time I consider it just like you pay for it and use it for this game specifically. You're out that money, but you have whatever in-game product you purchase.
Yeah.
But I guess it's a little bit different because you purchase a physical product that you can use across a multitude of games.
Platforms.
Well, it's
Well,
strictly
games.
Nintendo.
Okay.
But I mean, do you guys consider that like a kind or similar to?
Not really. I don't consider I know what you're talking I don't consider.
But you know, like
amiibos.
it's like parallel, but not quite.
That's almost like the Lego Dimensions video game.
Right, you buy the different worlds.
Yeah.
as
You buy the different characters and they give you different stuff. But I don't consider that. I just feel like that's like a whole new game within itself.
So you feel like
that's almost like a board game that you buy extra pieces for.
So you feel
but
like
can use it digitally.
it's more harmful when it's specifically to advance the player. Like
So for
if there's a microtransaction that specifically helps the player get ahead of everybody else. When it's got
in a competitive,
right?
In a competitive game,
in
like
a
first-person shooter,
competitive
yes,
way, but I
definitely.
also feel like the studios have gotten a bit lazy. Like they're like, oh well, we can release this portion of the game that we have completed, and we'll just release it for the whole $60 or $59.99 or whatever, if it's a AAA game or whatever. And then, you know, like, they'll still be working on other stuff that they could have just waited, you know, 3 more months and included in the game.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if they really need that, but I know Call of Duty was terrible. It was like, you buy the $59.99 game, and then, oh wait, your season pass is $49, whatever it was. It was ridiculous.
I do understand that, you know, they are kind of, like, some of these developers kind of push the people who make the games to get it out, obviously. But, and, you know, that's another issue is, like, you know, that they have to do patches now. For games. It should come out finished.
Yeah,
it shouldn't come out like half done.
Yeah, because they rush games out
for the original Skyrim.
Well,
that was funny. So I enjoyed that. I enjoyed all the crap that happened in Skyrim.
You guys remember the old days where you just put it in the game, and if the game was like, if it had a fucked up part, you just had to play through it because there wasn't going to be a patch, they weren't going to fix it or anything. If there was a glitch,
Nintendo 64 was awesome
yeah. If there was a glitch in that game, you just was like, yeah, that part of the world is just messed up. You don't go over there.
Right. But yeah, this extra content basically that comes out after the game, it's all kind of, I mean, and I understand it from a marketing point of view. From the developer's point of view, obviously they want to make more money.
Yeah.
That's how
everybody works. Everybody can see it from their point of view.
Right.
It makes sense.
But for their targeted audience, for their consumers, it's a bad idea.
Yeah. Well, that's the like the final question. Do consumers benefit from this kind of, you know, marketing strategy? Is it what's best for the consumers? Because if it's not, if the consumers don't want this, like I happen to be one of the consumers who don't want this, so I'm not going to buy games that, you know, push microtransactions on my face.
But you know, like our generation also has not necessarily been told to save. We're trying to rebuild the economy, and so you put more money into things. You spend more. You know,
but I'm not going to do that with my video games.
Right, but I'm saying a lot of people will. A lot of people have no qualms putting down $5 here and $5 there. They're not saving anymore.
I feel like it's the new generation of video gamers.
Exactly. Like, it's kind of...
Well, then if that's where
I started playing video games when I was 3 with the original, my dad's original Nintendo, and like Duck Hunt, no microtransactions.
Like, you were lucky if the gun worked. I remember that too.
Yeah, and then my sister had a Barbie game, which no microtransactions for that either. Surprise, surprise. And then, you know, it moved on to Sega Genesis, which I still have one of those. And then Nintendo 64, Game Boy. Like, none of that stuff had microtransactions. I have grown up never spending more than just
the
video game.
Right.
Anything that was like a surprise or an unlockable... Like the original Smash Brothers,
game.
But now,
like the original Smash Brothers, what was it, Melee or Super Smash Brothers Melee? Is that what it was for GameCube? Yeah. It's like, I mean, you looked up cheats online.
Yeah.
Like all of that was already included in the game,
right?
And like,
but that's another thing.
And all this other stuff.
That's another thing people are saying is.
Free.
Yeah, that's another thing people are saying is you would like play like games like Grand Theft Auto,
right?
You play through the whole game and then you find a cheat sheet or something in a Game Informer magazine. Because I remember, it's still to this day in my Grand Theft Auto San Andreas case, I have a whole sheet full of cheats that I can go to and play with. But today, in today's gaming, it wouldn't be a sheet.
There are no cheats. Like, you have to buy.
Yeah, it would be a whole bunch of stuff you have to buy to cheat in the video game. Like let's look with the Skyrim mods. That's pretty much it. I mean, that's pretty much I'm buying, even though I don't have to pay for all of them. But you're pretty much just paying for cheats. And yeah, that's weird. It's weird.
Well, you just bought a brand new game, essentially, because you would have been fine playing the old one. It didn't have the updated graphics.
I don't
spent $60 so that you could cheat the new game.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't necessarily think that equates for all mods because some mods alter the game. In certain
that is true.
That's not necessarily just purchasing like an item.
But a cheat does alter the game in some way.
Like woolly mammoths not walking through the sky.
Yeah. Or
if there was a mod, like they should have just patched it.
Yeah, I remember there was a cheat in Grand Theft Auto 3. There was this old cheat where you can combine two cheats. It was one you put on low gravity, and it was awesome because if a car went off of a steep hill, he'd just go flying, and it was like whoo. And then so you put on.
I remember my Game Shark. That thing crashed so many of my games. I had to restart Pokemon so many times.
But you put on the low gravity cheat, and then you have a tank cheat where you just spawn a tank in front of you. I remember one of the funnest things to do was get in the tank and then turn the barrel around and then just keep firing out cannons, and you can just have a flying tank all over Liberty City, and that was cool. But it was already built into the game. So, I mean, they gave you that cheat for free.
So it was free. So microtransactions are like things, maybe that's why a lot of our generation, which is slightly older than the younger gamers.
Why did you look at me when you said that?
Well, I don't know. I guess
Like,
you're
you're
looking at
younger than
Kevin. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I am the... Oh, no.
Oh, like that's like 5 years.
Bill's the youngest.
Yeah.
No, but the point is, though, is that
like,
we were
like
used to
gamers,
having
like
that.
20 and younger don't...
Right. They don't,
maybe.
I mean, we can't categorize everybody, I guess, the same way.
I don't know. Anybody born
I mean,
in, like...
we can't
before,
generalize, but I know...
Before
I
95?
Personally.
Or anybody born after 95, doesn't... I mean...
Yeah, but we were used to... So microtransactions are pretty much kind of like giving us the same
they're
content.
Like within the past like 7 years or
right,
so.
but
not even
what
that.
it's sounding like
just
to me...
Even newer than that, I think.
What it's sounding like to me is that they're giving us the same content, except for this time around, obviously, we're having to pay for it.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas before, it was in a finished product that we already had, that we could unlock if we felt the need to, look it up.
And I think that's why you might be getting so much resistance from gamers right now. And maybe the gaming industry is just like, they know the resistance is going to be there. They just have to push through that resistance so that once we, all the gamers who remember getting all that content for free get older and don't care about video games anymore, the younger generation comes in and they've always, they've grown up always knowing they had to pay for stuff like that. And so that'll be the new gaming regime, is that you just pay for that kind of content.
Well, I wonder
and then we're going to be all old people going, back in my day, we got all that stuff for free.
Yeah, bitch.
Well, I wonder if... I forgot what I was going to say.
Sorry, I kind of stepped on you there.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
I was like,
I was waiting. No, I was gonna say though, it would actually be very smart. I would just talk over you, but it would actually be very smart if these game developers kind of catered maybe to both audiences. I don't know how they would be able to do that, but to keep aging gamers still interested in gaming, because you're right. Eventually, this will become the norm.
Yeah.
If it continues.
Well,
this way.
what was the last game on a major console that just released like a major title? Not like the ones that you can get on like $9 from the Xbox store, or
like indie games,
or something like that.
Like a non-indie game that released on Xbox One or something.
Right. Like, when was the last time they released a video game that didn't have some type of additional pay content?
I don't know.
Right.
Let me think.
Yeah, I don't know. Before we could hook up our consoles to the internet, maybe?
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
That's all what I'm gonna guess.
Yeah, because nothing from this generation of consoles has done that, except if you're talking about like indie games that you can get that are like, like an hour long.
Well, like true DLC, like, the only thing that I consider a true, like, downloadable content that I'm willing to pay for is like a side story, or maybe like a if it includes costumes or something, just because they're fun.
Yeah.
Right.
But they don't really add anything to the story. I don't feel like I'm missing out if I don't.
I remember back
Right.
with Xbox 360, they'd have DLCs come out, and they'll be like, all right, with this DLC, you get a whole new side story plus
Resident Evil 5.
Yeah.
I mean, Lost in Nightmares and Desperate Escape.
Mhm.
Because I know you guys bought Resident Evil closer to when it originally came out. And
Yeah.
I waited because I was broke and
We
unemployed.
got like the gold edition.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, I was able to play mine in like the middle of the game, and you guys were like, well, we haven't unlocked that.
Yeah.
But
But
we
I-
also
Because
didn't
you were
really.
still in the mindset of we haven't unlocked it, but it's like it's not, you can't unlock it, you gotta pay for it.
Well, see, that's
No wonder.
bullshit.
That's bullshit.
That's why we didn't understand. Look, we had in-game currency that we didn't even know we could use.
Oh, yeah, that was
Okay,
funny.
we had like
In
all
what
these
game?
jewels
Was it-
in
oh,
Resident
right.
Evil 5.
Yeah.
We had
You
all
could
these
sell 'em.
jewels, and
Yeah.
we didn't know we could sell them.
I know,
So-
I was like, why are you guys so
It was
aggressive?
so-
You
played
had
the
so many
game.
It was so
freaking
hilarious.
diamonds
We'd
and
go
shit.
through
Right.
that game collecting all these jewels, just going,
Right.
oh, I got a jewel!
Right.
I don't know what I can do with it.
We're so stupid. No, look, we played that entire game without rocket launcher and all that bullshit. We beat up those Machini men.
Yeah.
Machini?
Machini
Okay.
men.
I'm not
we
sure
beat-
about the pronunciation, but yeah.
Well, yeah. Well, yeah. But we beat
Bikini?
them
I
up.
don't
We
know.
beat them up, like, through sheer will. Okay, that's all we had
That's
going
crazy.
for us. Because we didn't have that. And
we were
actually,
stupid.
it made the game actually more enjoyable, though.
It did.
Because it
Because
made
you had
it...
a feeling of accomplishment. And like,
Right, because
was
we had
harder,
to go
more challenging.
through these challenges.
well, I'm not going to say that because this will go online, but that was just you being dumb.
Well, no, I know, it was. But actually, that moment of stupidity, I feel like, helped us feel accomplished. And accomplished as a team, too, because when we play games, we like to play together because
Yeah.
we're husband and wife. So we like multiplayer games that we can play together, split screen.
Right.
So,
That's the biggest annoyance that I have with most current games. Well, we're way off the topic of microtransactions.
Oh,
But I'm
that's
going to
okay.
continue.
Yeah,
this
yeah,
part of
yeah,
the
that's okay.
conversation.
Yeah, the podcast is almost over, so
it's
yeah.
so
we just-
frustrating that a lot of like co-op games can't be local.
Yeah. That makes me upset. That they should.
I don't know if it's just like the way that the trends are going, or if it's like some kind of thing.
Well,
between
everybody wants to
console
cater.
makers
Yeah,
and
everybody
the
wants to cater to
developers.
online.
you know
multiplayer
what?
and stuff.
It's all about spending more money, though. At the same time, you can't use your friend's copy of the game. You can't use, you have to have two copies of
Yeah.
the game to play. What?
What?
What did you say? I didn't even hear what you
Who
said.
are you?
Oh, shut up, Will. But yeah, you can't do these things, and like you said, you can't do split screen, and it's all online. But you have to pay, surprise, surprise, for an online membership.
Oh yeah. Whenever PlayStation, because
Like-
back when PlayStation 3
I
was
already
out.
pay my internet provider.
PlayStation's 3 multiplayer, even local, was just terrible.
Well, but it was free though.
Right.
Like I can still to this day go on my PlayStation 3 and play Call of Duty online.
We're just gonna name drop products.
But I can go onto my PlayStation 3 and play Call of Duty online, and I don't have an online subscription or anything like
PSN
that.
account. Or
Yeah, yeah.
whatever.
But with PlayStation 4, there's PSN account where you actually have to pay to play online
Right.
with other
There-
people.
It's PlayStation Plus, not
Yeah.
PSN.
Oh, okay. But that's weird to me. Like, how come you have to pay money to play online on your PS4, but I get to play online on my PS3
Is that
for
what you're
free?
playing Call of Duty?
Yeah.
I heard you snickering to yourself.
Yeah, I was playing online
The PlayStation 3.
for free, but you have to pay. Like, I have to pay monthly for my Xbox One, and I had to pay for my Xbox 360.
Well, I think it's different now, but I remember when Xbox... Didn't they have two different tiers? There was like Xbox Silver, which was...
Yeah.
It's their free...
Right, silver and
tier.
gold.
Silver
Right.
and gold,
Yeah.
right.
Silver
And-
gold.
I think at one point, didn't they first like change it to where in order to watch Netflix or something, you had to have a gold account? They changed. I think they changed it later
Yeah, I
to
don't
where it
think-
was free because people were complaining because you're already paying for Netflix and then you're gonna pay for a
Yeah.
higher tiered Xbox account.
I don't know, but the thing is that they
Money.
keep developing.
Money.
Right, money is the big thing that everybody
Yeah,
always.
money's the big thing.
The big thing, right? And obviously, if you're going to provide a service to people, you want to make money. I understand that.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is how far are they going to go? I mean, when is it going to
that
stop?
that is the question. And Are we
want
gonna?
you to Google that Capcom game or Capcom game?
Oh, they have to unlock the end of.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's too far.
Google Capcom DLC ending or something like that. It'll come up. But you know, Capcom did that again with another one where they had it was like Capcom versus Marvel or something like that, and they had
Capcom DLC ending?
yeah. Let's just do that.
Ashura's Wrath.
Yeah. Zura's Wrath.
Cough up
$6.99.
$6.99. Bam. That's the first
go ahead,
thing on Google.
Yeah. Go ahead and click on it.
It's the cinemablend.com.
Yeah, that's the game. Here, move out of the way so the camera can see.
The hot topic of DLC is always controversial because it never ceases to borderline on being stomach-wrenching and vomit-inducing. All right, so this is essentially okay. So this is tell me what this is about then.
I don't know. I've never played this game, but
Will, you were the one who brought this topic up.
Well, he's never played it either, but he was just this is just something that I heard, and I've seen a couple of videos on. It's just they have the ending, the true ending of the game locked behind a DLC. They have to pay $7 for it.
Well, that is just really messed up.
I don't feel like anything that should be part of the normal game, or it's like an actual part of the story, should be a pay per content. Like, I don't feel like you should have to pay for content that should just be in the game.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Like, when it comes to, like, extra skins and stuff like that, like, it's a little bit looser.
But it's like, just release another game then.
But it's like
books.
But it's like, you know, it's like Jesse said, you know, where is this if you know, if you could charge people for extra skins, extra guns, and then you start charging people for extra levels, and then you start charging people for backstory on some characters.
I mean, they do a lot of that stuff already.
Yeah, I know, but that's the progression. You know, that's the escalation. Where is it going to go? How far is it going to go? Are we going to end up actually paying for certain items in the video game? Like, could you imagine playing Zelda and then opening up that chest? You know, where it goes do 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 do.
Right.
You know,
and
sword.
you have to buy it.
Yeah.
This
$6.99.
item's free, or you can pay $1.99 and get, you know, the Kokiri shield or whatever.
Yeah.
Like,
right. Oh no, I made it bigger. Sorry. Go ahead. No. Okay,
well, we're gonna. Yeah, we're gonna.
But I
stop
mean,
it here soon.
well, yeah. I mean,
God, you gotta
stop it, Jesse.
You're getting too close to the edge.
All right,
of the
my
screen.
bad.
Yeah, there you go. Just right there. Boom.
What I was gonna say is that, I mean, pretty soon, is it gonna continue to the point where they're like, we're gonna release, like, well, I guess they kind of already do this, but
We're already at that point.
They're gonna be like, well, okay, say like in a normal story mode in anything, any type of media, anything, books, you know, whatever you want to think of, movies, etc.
Mm-hmm.
You have, you know, the beginning, then you have the progression upwards, you have the climax, then you go down into the denouement.
Yeah.
Okay, so are they gonna start like just releasing it in little pieces and calling it a full game?
Yeah.
Even though there's like no climax or anything for it to
they do that
end.
now on game previews or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Like We Happy Few.
Oh yeah.
Which they
did that with Ark Survival.
Right. What was that? Cluster Truck.
Yeah, Cluster Truck.
But I mean,
where
they
you actually like pay like $16 just to play the beta or game preview.
The beta, but they give you I've never actually like played the completed product, so I don't know if they have like DLC or anything.
Right.
Like that, so.
Yeah, but I see what you're saying. You're like actually paying for a preview of the video.
Like I feel like they should be paying you. I mean, I'm assuming that they're monitoring like glitches that happen, bugs,
right?
Because they can monitor all that while you play.
Yeah. They're pretty much
developers
just outsourcing their game testers,
right?
Really.
And you're paying them to do it.
Mm-hmm.
That's okay. Well, I think that's the big thing though that we should end on is when will it end?
Yeah. When will
microtransactions,
it end?
DLCs.
Pretty soon you won't even have started the game before they you design your own character. Well, this is what we have for free, but if you want your character to not look stupid.
Yeah. Alright, well, I think before we say goodbye, we should play What Does the Fox Say? And we'll end.
What? By Yildiz? No.
Yeah, by Yildiz. We'll end on that note.
Can we do that?
Yeah, we can do that. That'd be fine. Let's do that.
Why do you want to listen to that?
I don't know. Because I think it would just I don't know. We don't have to.
Hey Siri, what does the fox say?
You will never know. The secret of the fox is an ancient mystery.
Right? Thanks for spoiling it. I won't play the video.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it's that.
God damn this stupid voice recorder thing.
No, just leave it up. Who cares? Alright, well, that is it. That is all we have to say about microtransactions. Are they good? Are they bad? I think they're bad.
I don't really know.
Jesse doesn't care.
I don't know.
Will doesn't.
I'm ambivalent.
He's
If you
ambivalent.
feel like you're spending the money and you're okay with that, then you're ruining video games.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, we don't know.
So I'm not really ambivalent.
Okay.
We're agnostic when it comes to that.
That's the end of the show, everybody.
Yeah.